So here is GME Gamestop. This finishes at $134 today. That is up 10.38%. What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is RDBX Redbox Entertainment. This finishes at $6.63 today. That is up 18.18%.
Winning.
So the Redbox saga continues. We've been covering this stock for a couple of weeks now. It short squeezed, looked like the squeeze is over, and then it squeezed again, and it looked like the squeeze was winding down based on the last couple trading sessions, but apparently not. Apparently the squeeze is still on. Big price action today, big volume. This did make top 10 on StockTwits today, had over 4,000 mentions, so once again we're going to analyze it. So no company specific news to justify this price action today. Again, just seems like it's still squeezing. Ape's not done with this stock just yet. And just the overall market's moving pretty hard today. So it's a combination of retail momentum and the overall markets being really strong. But alright, let's go ahead, jump right in and analyze here. This appears to be a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being 235, and there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 945 or 1125, and in the longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle, where the top can be 1170, 1240, 1395, 1475, 1590, 1925, or even the high of 2720. So those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. So the cup and handle is bullish in the short and long terms. Here we do have a bull flag developing. I drew it for you guys. Here's the flag pole, and here's the flag developing now. So that is a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock may break out to the upside pretty soon. And it also appears like we have a symmetrical triangle forming. So right now it looks like it's consolidating between $8 and $5, so it looks like there's a bit more consolidation to go. This should consolidate around $6.50, and then from there it may break out to the upside. So symmetrical triangle, bullish indicator. And in the aftermarket here, this is running up to $6.75. So if this holds, that'd be a bullish indicator for tomorrow. That is suggesting that tomorrow the stock will run to the upside as well. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is sitting on the support of 660, which it finished around today. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 685, 710, 735, 765, 790, 820, 850, 880, 915, 945, 980, 1010, 1030, 1050, 1090, 1125, and then 1170. There is resistance above 1170, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 640, 620, $6, 575, 560, 545, 520, 505, 445, 420, nice, 390, 370, 350, 335, 315, 285, 270, 255, 235, 220, $2, 185, and then the low of 170. So right now at this current price, 663. The channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. However, as the stock keeps running to the upside, the channels get wider, so expect the price action to pick up as the price goes higher. And to the downside, if/when this breaks 505, the channels start to open up and get really wide, so expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 505 down to 445. And then past 445 to the downside, the channels become normal again. So from 505 to 445, expect significant price action. RSI is currently at 58, so pretty average, a little bit above average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 663 is around fair market value. Maybe it should be a little bit lower. And this did 31 million in volume today. Very significant volume, way above the average of 3 million. So this pump/squeeze today was confirmed by the volume. Okay guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So I can't believe we're still discussing this stock, but it is still squeezing, and I have to admit it does look pretty bullish according to the charts here, in the short and long terms. We only have bullish indicators in the cup and handle, bull flag, symmetrical triangle, and aftermarket action. No bearish indicators, and the only neutral indicator is the RSI. So the chart does look very bullish in the short and long terms. That being said, this is a meme stock, and with every short squeeze, it'll have to come crashing down just as fast as it went up. So be careful, guys. So if you want to go long, not financial advice, honestly, 663 is a pretty decent entry. Not terrible, but not great. Pretty average entry here. In the short term, I think this has the potential to go back up to $11 to complete the top of the cup there. And there is some very critical support at 505. Retested that a couple of times, couldn't quite break it, so it's going to take quite a bit of selling pressure to break 505. But if it does, that can go really bad. Then the channel starts to open up and get really wide. So in the short term, from the current price of 663, there's about a 65% upside if this completes the cup at 11, and about a 25% downside if this comes back down to the critical support of 505. So I would say going long here would be a medium risk, high reward play. Definitely worth a shot in my opinion. The reward far outweighs the risk here. So I would support going long at 663. And if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. And I'll just say, be sure to hit the sell button. Don't get too greedy. Take your profits, cash out, and move on. A lot of people get burned by getting too greedy and holding on for too long, and then they end up losing money. So get in, get your money, get out. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. Not yet, at least. Like I said, all bullish indicators right now, no bearish indicators, and this looks like it's still going to keep squeezing. So 663 isn't exactly a bad entry on the short side, but I do believe there's a lot more upside potential and not too much downside potential right now. So I would hold off on the short side. If this does in fact squeeze back up to 10 or 11, I think that would be a good time to short. And from there, honestly, you should be able to make about 50% to the downside because it should pull back to around $5 to complete the handle. So as of right now at 663, I would say going short would be a high risk, medium reward play. So I don't think going short here is the greatest idea, but I think it's a better idea if you hold off, try to short this at $11, and at $11, this would be a low risk, high reward play. So if you want to go short at 663, the current price, do it at your own risk. But personally, I would hold off and try to short this down at $11, where the top of the cup is, and cover around 5. All right, so pretty straightforward, guys. Stock is still squeezing. Looks really bullish in the short and long terms, so I can't support going long here. This should continue to run to the upside. Just be sure to cash out. Take your profits, don't get too greedy, and going short doesn't appear to be that great of a play right here, so I would hold off and try to short this down at $11, and I think that'd be an excellent entry on the short side. So there's an opportunity to make money on both sides here. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today, and good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is RDBX Redbox Entertainment. So here is GME Gamestop. This finishes at $134 today. That is up 10.38%. So major price action for the stock today. Made top 10 on StockTwits. Believe it had over 3,000 mentions. So once again, we're going to analyze GME. So there's a reason as to why the stock went up so much today. We did have earnings yesterday in the post market. So let's go over that real quick. So EPS was negative $2.08, which missed the estimate of negative $1.45. So pretty big miss on EPS there. But revenue was $1.38 billion, which beat the estimate of $1.32 billion. So EPS miss, revenue beat. So pretty average earnings there. They say they're planning to launch their NFT marketplace in Q2, which isn't that far away. So kind of weird. Earnings weren't that great, but for whatever reason, the market really liked it. The apes jumped in here and pushed the stock up over 10% today. Very nice. So let's go ahead and analyze now. This appears to be a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 77.60, and there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 151, 156, 190, or even 200. And longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle, where the top can be 208, 256, 281, 325, or even the high of 345. So those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. So the cup and handle is bullish in the short and long terms. Last time we analyzed this stock, I did say this was a descending channel, and it looks like it's breaking out to the upside, and it did in fact break out to the upside. And now we have a bull flag developing here. I drew for you guys. Here's the flag pull, and here's the flag developing. So that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock may want to break out to the upside. We have a gap down back here at 291. So that's a bullish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to 291 eventually to fill this gap. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 135 and 131. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 135, 140, 143, 147, 151, 156, 158, 162, 166, 172, 176, 181, 184, 187, 190, 193, 198, and then 200. There is resistance above 200, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 131, 129, 125, 120, 116, 112, 109, 105, 102, 98.30, 93.60, 91.20, 88.05, 84.55, 81.05, and then the low of 77.60. So right now at this current price, 134, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty wide, so expect significant price action either way this goes. RSI is currently at 58, so pretty average there, a little bit above average. So according to the RSI, the current price of 134 is around fair market value. Maybe should be a little bit lower. And this did 7 million in volume today, which is below the average of 11.5 million. So this pump today was not confirmed by the volume. Okay guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So GME still going strong, huh? Apes are still diamond hands.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
And the saga continues. So fundamentally, none of this makes any sense. But technically, the chart does look pretty good in the short and long terms. Again, we have bullish indicators in the cup and handle, bull flag, and gap down. No bearish indicators, and the only neutral indicator is the RSI. So overall, the chart does look really bullish in the short and long terms. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, 134 isn't exactly the greatest entry, but pretty average entry here. Not great, but not terrible. You missed a lot of upside already. You should have grabbed this at under $100, but it still looks pretty bullish. Still looks like there's more upside to go. I think this may come back up to 200 in the short term to complete the cup here. And from the current price, 134, that's about a 50% upside. And in the longer term, again, this should come back up to 290 to fill the gap. And that would be over a 115% upside. So a lot of upside potential in the short and long terms. And to the downside, not really sure how low this may go, but there is some very critical support at 102. So from the current price of 134, that would be about a 25% downside. So in the short term, 50% upside potential, 25% downside potential. So the reward definitely outweighs the risk here. I would say going long at the current price would be a medium risk, high reward play. Definitely worth a shot in my opinion. So I can support going long at 134, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. Now, if you want to go short now financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. Not yet, at least. Again, all bullish indicators here, no bearish indicators, a lot of upside potential, not too much downside potential. So I don't think the entry of 134 is a good entry on the short side. Not terrible, but you could definitely get a lot better. So I think if this does run back up to 200 to complete the cup, I think that'd be a good time to enter on the short side. And from there, it should pull back to around 140 to form the handle, and that would be around a 30% downside. So I don't like the current entry of 134 on the short side. I would wait until 200, and at 200, I would say going short would be a low risk, high reward play. And again, I would cover at 140. So pretty straightforward, guys. Ape still strong in GME. The squeeze has not been squoze. Not the greatest earnings, but for whatever reason, the market liked it. Pumping the stock today, and the chart does look good in the short and long terms. So 134, not the greatest entry on the long side, but I can't support going long here. Still looks like there's a lot more upside potential. And if it pulls back, then you can just average down at these supports that I mentioned before. And going short doesn't appear to be a great idea at the moment. But if this does come back up to 200, then I think that'd be an excellent entry on the short side. And then I would cover at 140. So there's an opportunity to make money on both sides here. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is GME Gamestop. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.